Turn your pool and backyard into an outdoor oasis. We'll show you how easy it can be. Ever hear of upcycling? Today we'll show you how to upcycle those old wooden items around the house and make them into something best called an upgrade. First-time home ownership can be a scary proposition. How do you get a mortgage? Today we get with mortgage experts and see how one couple acquired their first home. This is the show all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. We are Designing Spaces. There are both real and mythical challenges to obtaining a mortgage for that first home. Lower credit borrowers often feel like they don't have a chance, but there are ways to qualify. Designing Spaces got together with some mortgage experts and one couple who've seen their dream come true. Derek and Kari Ellard love their life as newlyweds, and they love their new house.
We love this house because we're real close to our in-laws. We have our parents that live a couple streets up, and then we're real close to my brother-in-law and his wife. A lot of nice open space, and then out back we have a big fenced-in backyard, which is real good for the dogs.
But just a few months ago, the couple thought their dream of home ownership was unattainable. Derek served in the Air Force before retiring from the military to become a sales and marketing rep. Kari works in the medical field while attending school for health information management. But despite all their hard work and dedication, Derek's credit was making it very difficult to qualify for a mortgage.
When I first left the military, I was getting credit card offers left and right and thought I was like the king of the world with it, and went out and partied and had fun and kind of paid for it later down the road. It messed up my credit pretty bad.
Enter Kari Gorbanian from Carrington Mortgage. Carrington is one of the nation's premier residential lenders for home buyers of all credit levels.
I've been in the mortgage industry for the past 24 years and with Carrington for the past year. I enjoy this company because it's been able to offer a lot of programs that other banks aren't able to offer. I had met Derek and Kari when they were on their way to becoming married, and so they were trying to buy their first house. With Derek's credit score being less than par, Kari's father was coming onto the loan, and it was just a situation that's not exactly what they were dreaming about.
I didn't want to put my dad in that situation.
With Carrington, we were able to bring Kari and Derek together, and so they were able to purchase the home as one.
The reality is about 1/3 of the population has a FICO score, a credit score, that's less than 650. In today's lending environment, most borrowers with FICO scores that are less than 650 are currently neglected by most lending institutions. And now they find themselves unable to go out and get the financing that they need to go out and achieve that American dream of buying a home. And they're not aware that there are companies like Carrington out there that can help them.
A few years ago I had a foreclosure which led to a bankruptcy.
Carrington's a specialty finance firm. We specialize in mortgage servicing, asset management, real estate sales, and our specialty is serving the underserved. All the loan options that Carrington offers are full documentation loans. They're insured by the federal government, most of them. We have products that will go down to a 550 credit score. Those same programs may have a down payment requirement that's as little as 3.5% to 10% down. So we offer government-insured loans, which include FHA, USDA, loans for veterans through VA programs. We cover all the spectrums.
Kari met up with Kari and to get the paperwork and all that started, and she was able to answer a lot of my questions both over the phone and when I was there in person.
For us, educating the consumer is paramount. When we look back at the last decade and some of the issues and challenges that came out of the mortgage industry, borrowers that weren't properly informed, that didn't understand the terms and conditions of their loan, that was prominent throughout some of those challenges. Carrington's developed a proprietary education program referred to as myloandetail.com. It's an education program that every client that does business with Carrington needs to go through before we'll even consider them for that loan. And regardless of the program selected by the borrower, all our products come with the same 25-day service level pledge, which very simply means we'll fund the loan quickly within 25 days, and if we don't, we'll absorb $500 of their closing costs.
It was nice knowing that with Carrington, my credit score wasn't as big a roadblock and they were able to work with it. We referred Kari's brother and his wife as well to Carrington, and now they're in the process of closing on a home of their own.
I've been in the consumer finance business and the mortgage business for 28 years, and few things are gratifying more than helping a young family go out and purchase their first home, especially when they thought that dream was out of reach. Not everyone's going to qualify for a loan. You have to be able to afford the loan. That's part of responsible lending. But my advice to a borrower who thinks that maybe they're excluded is don't sell yourself short. Pick up the phone and talk to a professional and let them help you.
We got married a month after the closing.
Derek had called me and said, listen, I know it's last moment, last notice, would you like to come? And of course I said yes. So he said, bring the family, and we showed up, cowboy boots and jeans, and it was just a lot of fun.
Kari from Carrington was able to attend our wedding. It was real special to us because of everything she did for us, and Carrington was able to help us achieve our dream of owning our own home. It's nice coming home at the end of the day and knowing this is our house and getting to take the dogs for a walk and just enjoy it.
To learn more about Carrington's lending programs, go to carringtonhomeloans.com and visit designingspaces.tv, where you can see this portion of the show again and find a link to the Carrington Mortgage website. From turning your backyard and pool into an atmospheric oasis, to getting a home loan for the first time, or even taking that old piece of furniture and giving it a new life, it's all about lifestyle goals that enrich and empower. We are Designing Spaces.
For more information about anything you've seen on today's show, or to find out how to be part of the show, log on to designingspaces.tv. You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.